Romania is located at the crossroads of Central and Southeastern Europe and the Lower Danube, within and outside the Carpathian Arch, bordering on the Black Sea. It has three historical provinces, Transylvania, Moldova, and Wallachia, that were reunited since 1859 under Prince Alexandru Ioan Cuza. Located halfway between the equator and North Pole, Romania is the 12th largest country in Europe. Romania's terrain is almost evenly divided between mountains, hills, and plain. The country has a temperate climate similar to northeastern United States, with four distinct seasons. Although not as high as the Alps, the Carpathian Mountains extend over 600 miles in Romania in the shape of an arch. They are divided into three major ranges: the Eastern, Oriental, the Southern, also known as the Transylvanian Alps, and the Western Carpathian. Each of those ranges feature a variety of landscape due to different types of terrain: glacial, karstic, structural, and volcanic. The Danube River ends its journey of almost 1800 miles through Europe in southeastern Romania. Here, the river divides into three branches: Chilia, Sulina, and Sfântu Gheorghe, forming a Danube delta. It is the newest land in the country, with beaches expanding almost 65 feet into the sea every year. The Romanian Black Sea coast stretches a little over 150 miles. The Black Sea is a continental sea with a low tide and salinity and water temperature of 77 to 79 Fahrenheit during the summertime. Around 2000 BC, a distinctive Thracian subgroup emerged in what is now Romania. The Greeks called those people Getae, but to the Romans they were Dacians. Herodotus called them the fairest and the most courageous of men, because they believed in the immortality of the soul, and they were not afraid to die. By 100 AD, the Dacian civilization reaches its peak only to fall the following year under Roman occupation and become a Roman province. In 271 AD, after fighting off the barbarian Goths, the Roman troops are abandoning Dacia. Interesting enough, the Romanians were the only Latin people in the eastern part of former Roman Empire and the only Latin people to belong to the Orthodox faith. Because of its geographical position, over the centuries, various migrating people invaded Romania, but they never broke the Romanian tradition, culture, and language continuity. Threatened by the expansion of the Ottoman Empire, Romania's historical provinces, Wallachia and Moldova, offer furious resistance to the invading Ottoman Turks. Meanwhile, Transylvania was under Habsburg, Ottoman, or Wallachian rule, while remaining an autonomous part of the country. Romania post-World War II history as a communist black nation is more widely known, primarily due to the excess of the former dictator Nicolae Ceausescu. In December 1989, a national uprising led to his overthrow. The 1991 constitution established Romania as a republic with a multi-party system, market economy, and individual rights of free speech, religion, and private ownership. Transylvania. The name of Transylvania comes from the Latin expression trans silva, which means the land beyond the forest, due to the forest which covered the mountain in the area. Dracula's legend. This legend has its origin in the old history of Romania, in the times of Prince Vlad Dracul, the devil, also called Tsepesh, the impaler, as he punished his enemies or those who committed small crimes by impaling them. Using such harsh and bloody measure, he managed to make order in the country, and he was not only loved but also feared by the people. His enemies, who were not content about his policies, spread all sorts of untrue stories about him, considering him a bloodthirsty vampire, a real devil. So a legend was born. Today, the Bran Castle is visited by thousands of tourists who consider it Dracula's castle. They do not know that actually Prince Vlad lived in the castle only for a short period of time. His real castle was not at Bran but somewhere else in the south of Transylvania on the banks of the river Argeș in the village of Poenar. He was not a prince of Transylvania but of Wallachia. The history of Transylvania is very old, starting from the Stone Age, since the first human vestiges were discovered. During the Middle Ages and the modern time as well, 19th and the 20th century, Transylvania continued to be a promoter of culture and an important economic factor for the people here and for the Romanians in other two parts of the country, Wallachia and Moldova. Due to its economic importance and its natural riches, like gold, silver, coal, wood, Transylvania has been an important strategic objective for the neighboring nation since the Middle Ages. The potential of Transylvania does not stop at Dracula's legend only. The hills, the mountains, and the plateau of Transylvania make your soul happy and relax your body. The waters which cross the land are rich in fish and they offer various opportunities of spending your time, fishing, rafting, and so on. Transylvania's cuisine display a variety of flavor, with dishes spices with thyme, red pepper, or tarragon. Meats such as pork, mutton, veal are among the most popular ingredients in Transylvania's cuisine. Transylvanians, among whom the Saxons make their particular contribution, are artisans in producing fragrant, pleasant, and light wines as well. Moldavia. Moldavia rivals Transylvania when it comes to rich folklore, natural beauty, and astonishing history. Over the past 500 years, history, culture, and religious life has molded Iași, the cultural capital of Moldova. Iași boasts an impressive number of Orthodox churches, almost 100, most of them located in the Golden Plateau, representing the nucleus of the city, around which the city developed over the centuries. One of the most famous monuments in the city is the stunning Church of Three Hierarchs, built in 1639. Another major landmark in Iași is the neo-Gothic Palace of Culture, the Museum of Art, and the History Museum of Moldavia. Nestled in the rolling hills of northern Moldavia is the region of Bukovina, home to one of the world's greatest art treasures, the UNESCO World Heritage Sites of the painted monasteries of Bukovina. Built in the 15th and 16th century and featuring colorful exterior fresco depicting dramatic religious scenes, these richly decorated houses of worship are unique in the world. The most famous of these, often called the Sixtine Chapel of the East, is Voronezh Monastery. Erected in 1438 by Stefan the Great, Voronezh's most stunning feature is the Last Judgment fresco, painted, as all the churches, on the exterior side. The blue paint never faded and is known throughout the world as Voronezh blue. The artists here work in isolation, guarding their trade secrets, and to this day The composition of the paint remains a mystery. A visit to Bukovina, which is part of Moldavia, would not be complete without some stunning nature walks through Chahlău National Park. That is considered Romania's Olympus and is the sacred mountain of the Dacians, the forefather of the Romanian people. The Moldavian sarmale, which is meat rolls in sauerkraut leaves, are not only very popular in Romania, but also they are a famous dish served in all Romanian restaurants around the world. Local desserts include papanaș, cottage cheese dumplings, boiled or fried, and poale în brâu, which is a type of sweet cheese pie, as you can see it in the picture. Painted eggs. Painted eggs are usually given away for Easter, and they symbolize the new life. Valahia. Valahia unique mix of historical and natural attraction promises a different experience. Here you can discover heritage buildings and museums in the capital city, the Royal Palace and century-old monastery. First documented in 1459 by Vlad Țepeș, Bucharest is the capital of Romania. You will be impressed. It has 37 museums, 22 theaters, 18 art galleries, open houses, and concert halls that are waiting for your visit. The foothills of Valahia give way to the Carpathian Mountains. Just an hour and a half north of Bucharest is the beautiful Prahova Valley, home to the magnificent Peleș Castle, a masterpiece of German New Renaissance architecture, considered one of the best preserved royal castles in Europe. Sour soups with vegetables are a common dish. Also, a variety of sausages, polenta, and of course sarmale. After a good meal, the Romanians like to drink a Turkish coffee. I hope you enjoy the short itineraries through Romania, and I hope you will visit one day.